Come on. Come on up here. I woke up. Well, I just woke up. Went to bed at like 9:30. And one thing I'm increasingly noticing, the title, the dastardly. Let me check something. The volume seems probably a bit weird. Something's up, I think. Edit mic settings. I don't know if I want to automatically adjust mic volume. But I'll do this. Let's try this. Da, 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 da. So if you're listening, you can let me know how, if it's better or worse. Because it still looks a bit loud. I don't know if there's if it has like one of those yeah. Hello. Anyhow, the title of Dastardly Old Man Saturday Mornings, what that means is I have been waking up on weekends, the weekend days, automatically. All right, thanks, Smith. On the same, not exactly the same schedule, because weekdays I wake up about 3:30, 4 o'clock in the morning. But on weekends, I'm waking up at like 5 or 6. That's so weird. That's weird to me. First of all, I'm not the kind of dude who wakes up in the morning that early, not naturally. It's a nice chord. But the more I've trained myself to do that, the more it's become kind of I did that out of other purposes for waking up early in the morning during the weekday, but now it's happening on the weekends. Anyways, so that's the title. And that being said, and I have like a stuffy nose. So we had a snow storm last night. So there's like 4 or 5 inches out there right now, in which I'm not in the mood to go out and shovel or snow blow. I know it looks like it's real fluffy stuff. Like it doesn't look very wet, so you could tell. So if you're not familiar with snow, if you're Smith started. I don't know. Smith history? Didn't I meet you in Chicago? Anyhow, that being said, if you're not familiar with snow, if you're not familiar with snow, what happens is if you are familiar with snow, sometimes you can tell what kind of snow it's going to be like. Just by looking at it. And what kind of snow is interesting. Because you would think if you've never encountered snow, you would just look at it and think, well, all snow is just snow. And that's not the case. Like, some snow is more wet, so it's heavier and stickier, and when you go to shovel it, as you shovel the snow, it makes it more difficult to shovel in a particular way. It becomes more difficult to push the snow down the driveway with the shovel. Now, because it's heavier and stickier, and but then there's snow that is more like a fluffy, lighter, more dry snow. That becomes difficult to shovel because you can run your shovel all the way down the driveway, almost no problem. But then you have to make more passes because it just pushes the snow off the side of the shovel. So you can't win, you know. So that's where I'm at. What you doing, Dolly? What are you doing, Dolly? Looks like Neil put out a video last night. I'm looking forward to checking that out. Anybody's welcome to come on. I dropped the link up there. So I was over by Chris Howard, but I didn't want to derail him. talk about? Hi, Dolly. So, yeah. I don't know what exactly to talk about. I continue to pay less and less attention to what the algorithm is trying to feed me. Apparently, I think there's something going on in the world, something to do with Iran. I don't know anything about it. I think there's something going on still in, I don't know, Minnesota. I just see the things and I skip right by them. All I do is see thumbnails and titles and I just go, fuck that. And then I move right past it. And that's my, that's the connection that I have to the world of global gossip. Because I'm a weak and feeble dude. I need not concern myself with the bullshittery of the world. I have enough of it in my own head. Let's see. I finished a book, the Lonesome Dove book. I finished that Thursday night, and it was outstanding. And then I realized it's part of a series. It was the first book that was written in the series. But I finished it, and I went back and got the first prequel. So, excuse me, I got that. And, but then I started yesterday. I decided that my dad wrote a book, and I need to listen to it. And so I took yesterday, I listened to the first 2 chapters, and I'm going to try to get through all of that. But I also, so I listened to a couple of different book commentaries. Basically, they're just like reaction channels, or like you have on YouTube, you have music reaction channels, but these different channels were basically giving reviews of books. And my experience with reading Lonesome Dove is that I wanted to talk with people about it after reading it, even along the way, so much so that I made a couple phone calls, people that I knew had actually read it, even though they hadn't read it recently. And so it was like I needed to talk to somebody about what I just read. And so after I read the whole book, I thought, well, there's YouTube. I know that there's going to be people who have talked about it on YouTube. I can't talk back to them because they're just videos. And so I was listening to a couple different reviews or whatever on the Lonesome Dove, and what's interesting is what the first one I listened to was a couple of dudes that were like friends, and they do this all the time. Like, I find myself, like, the one guy was like talking about the book exactly in the way that I would have, and he was really just boring. It was boring to me to hear him talk about it. Now, it would be interesting to talk with him about it. That's interesting, because it was boring to hear him talk about it, but I wanted to be the one to talk with him about it. But I couldn't, because it's a video, not a live stream. Like, I'm sitting here talking to you guys, and this must be just so boring. So then I went and I listened to a couple other videos, and one of the other videos was like a couple of guys who have a channel, and they review books, and they were just annoying. I just couldn't stand them. And it was like this, this pretentious, like they were saying that Larry McMurtry, throughout his career, was asked about the book Lonesome Dove and what it was about and what he was trying to do. And in his own words, he was offering a critique about the classic Western novel or story. And so he wanted to critique it. And so he, in 1985, he wrote or released The Lonesome Dove, and it was a Pulitzer Prize winning book. And these dudes, in 2024 were reviewing the book, saying that, yeah, well, if he wanted to critique the Western or the American bigotry or whatever, then he didn't go far enough. And I'm just like, good God, dude. Yeah. And they just, I don't know. At what point is it still literature? Because, like, I could see McMurtry, what he was saying about critiquing the kind of stereotypical Western storytelling on Old West books or stories. I get it. And he offered a lot more depth, I thought, to to the characters, where I think he did exactly that. And these guys were so smart that they couldn't see it. It's really interesting to me. And it was a great book. Lonesome Dove was a great book. It was absolutely outstanding, I thought. And there were parts of it that were, there's hilarity in it, and there's tragedy, and and it's a very powerful book. And I loved it. Excuse me. Yeah. Okay. So, what else? Carolyn is walking around, and it is awesome. She's just walking, and she loves it. And she's teething right now too. So she has like two teeth come in the bottom and one in the top, and she's been having like you can tell that like both sides are ready to go, and they're just gonna all come in at once. It's horrible. Um, but she's she's not like me. She's very not fussy, which is very interesting. Um, but so I think her first words, other than mama and daddy, are is cool. She likes cool. She said cool. Cool. So there's that. Anybody's welcome to come in. If you have a topic, I'd love to talk about stuff. I don't know what to say. I can't sleep. I could get off of here and just listen to Neil's video, but I didn't want to be a. I didn't want it to just consume. You know, I wanted to do more than that. Maybe I will go over by Chris Howard. Yeah, we'll go by Chris. Let's see.
New atheists kind of use that as a lever. If only you knew, this would all crash on the rocks, and you would have to change what you want, and you might not go there because you're like, yeah, that probably would happen, and I'm afraid, so I'm not going to go there. And I guess if I have a message for the morning, it's probably you'll be forced to go there one way or the other. And so it's good to have some resources. If nothing else, maybe some little old lady